Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach with you here today for another edition of Madden Ultimate Team. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
We jump into this challenge in the third quarter with 4 minutes to go. You're only down by a point. Your opponent has it just across the 50, 1st and 10. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Henry, the ball carrier.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school, I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
And going deep for Hill. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards as they have taken the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver. Ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Jackson now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Tannehill. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Brushing off defenders. Fights off. There he goes. Julian Edelman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Boy, he covered a lot of ground. 82 yards on the punt return. And the Colts add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to them.
Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Jackson now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up.
Recovered by the kicking team.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and start this drive in the air. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1. At the
line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Titans 14.